Hello teacher, my name is Minh and I come from class 3C. My plan is teaching Unit 10, Nothing But the Truth, and it revolves around crime and punishment taken from Ready for FCE coursebook. And for the Intel course, this is my outline for portfolio that I made. It includes assessment, student sample, student support, teacher support, and finally the unit plan. Now let's take a look at the unit overview. In my lesson, my students have chance to know many kinds of crime and punishment, as well as the knowledge about it that they may not know and how to protect the house first and themselves. I will give them an opportunity to meet the local police, ask them to raise questions, and also share their own experience with him and with class. During the unit, students have a chance to work effectively with their partners and their groups. I will provide them some tasks, mainly in the coursebook FCE, to help them practice listening and reading skill and familiarize with the new kind of writing article. That stuff is also what they can figure with the real situation they read in newspaper and journal. After all, they can improve the collaboration and problem-solving skills. In the last part of the lesson, they will submit their study with the production of presentation in group of 4 or 5 students about main term of the unit, with the help of the teacher some time before. So now this is assessment. Because I offer students to do presentation, so let's first take a look at the presentation rubric. There are 3 main parts: the content, organization and performance, and presentation I will evaluate. And this is the feedback for article. I also prepare it because students will write an article as a part of the final product. It includes a thesis, supporting ideas, development, and graphic example. The third part of the assessment is peer feedback assessment. I give it to my students to help them objectively observe their work and others in their group to make sure they can collaborate effectively. And finally is their self-assessment. Students can consider their own work as well as with partner to improve themselves. So now let's turn to student sample. As I tell students to produce presentation, I prepare ones for them, and I ask them to focus on the youth crime so that it is much related to them now. Let's take a look at it here. I include some causes that cause the youth crime, like biological, social, and something else in the real life that they can meet. So let's come back. Now is the student support. There are 3 issues here I prepare to support students during the unit. For example, as I mentioned in the unit overview, I help them to meet the local police, so this question can help them to have some samples to ask and raise their own experience. And the next part is teacher support. It is taken from the coursebook Ready for FCE. This helps students to develop their skills. Then some references I mentioned in the unit plan I will take care of after that. Now let's move to it, the unit plan. This is my curriculum questions. I want my student to focus on the question number 3 of the unit question, because this is also the topic of their presentation for the last product. about the assessment plan, the purpose is that students not only reach the outcomes mentioned in the unit plan, but also be able to study with the help of the technology and improve some 21st century skills, which is included in this assessment plan. At the beginning, before the project, students are given questions to discuss, brainstorm, and have conference with their teacher. The assessments are also organized with the peer feedback and teacher conference. Then group work, discussions, and questions are held during the unit to help students increase their engagement. And finally is the group conference and reflection prompts to reflect on their own work. So after all, let's take a look at the unit plan that I prepared. You can see this is the unit summary. Some targeted content standards and objectives. Here, because I prepare my lesson in 3 weeks, so I go particularly each activities in each day to improve their collaboration skill first much. They have a chance to work with their partners and also group. Okay, so that's also the end of my my presentation here about my project for teaching this unit. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.